Okay, I think we're good. We're live. Yes, we're live, folks. Live on the Einberger podcast. The one, the only, greatest podcast. Almost the greatest podcast. It's pretty good, but hi, wife, Burger's wife.
My wife loves
Amazingly enough, Burger's wife wasn't responsible for the fuck up today.
at all.
It was me. It was all me. I take responsibility.
Late.
It's also my fault that everyone's being shot. White privilege, all my fault. Let me just tell you. What else is there? I like that. I like the halo effect on Day. That's cool. Yeah, it's better behind Day. It kind of illuminates him. I like your Burger is like in full Hollywood Boulevard today.
Yeah,
It's
I've been
like-
doing that lately. I don't
Like
know.
this?
Yeah. How are we starting?
Oh,
I-
da da da.
Jesus Christ, man.
I'm Burger.
I need a better one. I can't have.
Da 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 da. I'm Burger.
I'm Burger, episode 6, the clusterfuck, or is it episode 5?
No, it's something like that. It's
Episode
the-
5. You said 5? Day knows. Dana. Yeah, episode 5, the clusterfuck.
Yeah.
This is where Johnny fucking showed up late. We had to move the place for one day. I fucked up. Everyone fucked up. Talmo's the only one who told us way ahead of time. He's out in La Jolla
Yeah.
and with Mark Gonzalez Gonzo, and they're gonna do the comedy store out there. It's a great place, and we hope they kill it.
I think that's the only time I've ever heard you say the comedy store is a great place.
No, the comedy store is a great place.
Oh, okay.
Some of the people there are pieces of shit cunt.
Just this, the
Yeah.
guy who books it is a shit.
No,
cunt.
no, it's not even him. No, he actually has changed the place a lot from what I understand.
Mm.
Yeah, Adam Egbert. Yeah, he's changed
Okay.
it a lot. I mean, they want very little to do with me. I don't mind. Like I
Everyone's
said, yeah.
mics are on, right?
Are they? Are we all
I
going
don't
talk
know.
day?
We clicked on.
Yeah,
Day.
I'm on.
God
There we
damn
go.
it, day.
Yeah, there we go.
What?
That's
Sorry,
better.
was your mic off?
Yeah.
The mic was off. I heard it
Yeah.
click. Yeah. That's a Johnny mistake.
Because
Okay.
we switched seats, don't forget.
Okay, this is
I
the-
turned that one on and yours on. This one, I was like,
I'm gonna
Johnny
be
can
like
turn
Farrah
his on.
Fawcett the whole show, just fucking with my hair because it's out. But so anyway, here's the thing: is a lot of shit going on, man.
A lot of shit.
A lot
True.
of shit going on. I mean, it really bothers me that this is going away so quickly. Like, I get it that Alton Sterling or whatever was some piece of shit dad who fucking didn't pay his child support and all this shit. Still shouldn't have been killed. I mean, well, okay, let me
He's
say.
opposite of that.
Let's say
He's
this.
the
No,
opposite.
Alton. Not the dude in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Alton,
Yeah.
one.
Alton,
was
yeah.
the one in Minnesota.
These are
In-
public
in-
records. Yeah,
in
no,
Baton
the guy in
Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
That was
Public
Castile.
records
I don't
came
think it's
out. Like, the
Castile,
dude
sorry.
owes tons of child support. He's kind of a
I got it mixed
douche.
up there for a sec.
Well, he is selling CDs in front of a
Whatever-
gas station. What do
totally.
you
But
expect?
No, no.
the guy who owns the place gave him permission to do
Yeah.
And you know
No,
what?
I'm just
Here's
saying,
the
like-
thing. Whatever went down, even if he didn't have permission, no reason to kill him the
True,
way they
very
did.
true.
Now,
Shouldn't have done
that
that.
aside, they've brushed over the other dude who was
Yeah.
a gem of a
Oh,
human
did
being.
you see?
the one
Wait.
I was
Who was a
talking about.
hero.
Well,
Orlando
did you see the
Castillo.
latest thing? They're trying to smear
Orlando
them
Castillo.
and his wife, like on the right wing media, like the extreme.
The what?
They were trying to say that there's video of her and him smoking weed.
Good.
And
There's video of me
that,
smoking weed.
that they're a bunch of scumbags because they're smoking. And see, this is where it comes back to
Doesn't
the
matter,
whole
yeah.
point where you're saying it's going to be forgotten. And I think
It's
I
gonna
came.
be.
I came
Look
to
at your
a-
feet.
I know exactly. I came to a realization this week where I actually agree with Berger completely, and I think that the Black Lives Matter, the racial aspect of it, is just simply something to distract us and divide us, because the real issue is the authoritarian Nazis that we call the police, and that's what I think
well,
it
because
is.
the initial idea of the Black Lives Matter movement, and I have no comment on what they're doing because I really don't know. But initially, the idea was it was a great idea.
Well-
It was that Black Lives Matters. Again, they were never saying other lives don't. They were simply saying we're kind of getting, like, based on statistics, based on being like 5 or 6% of the fucking nation, we're being killed a lot. Now, if you look at the numbers,
There's
for
still 400 white people killed.
517 to 569 other, 25% of which are black. So
Well, the
being
highest- you know
killed per
what-
year on average, though, being killed per year,
Yeah.
black people are being killed at a rate of about close to 200.
Well,
White people are being killed at 500 people a year by the police.
Yeah.
This is just by the police. And so the thing is, though, what they're saying is, yes. Now, if you take that 500 and put it into
Well,
the
population.
the 70% of the population or 60% of the population being white,
male.
then maybe let's say 1% of us are being killed. 1% of whites are being
Yeah.
killed. 20%, 30% of blacks, things like that are being killed. In that type of a
That's a
divide.
huge number right
Percentage-wise, yes. Amount of deaths per year, there's twice as many white people being killed than any other race there is.
Well,
in this
no,
country.
the highest, the thing that really is out there, the highest percentage per population being killed, like the most overrepresented being killed, are actually Native Americans, and that's not even considering like Latinos,
What do you mean the overrepresented? What do you mean?
like via their percentage of the population
Yeah.
and how many were killed last year. There's Native Americans.
Well, since they're
are
about
like
0.2% of the entire
exactly, but
population,
then there's still, but
it's
then
a
in places,
huge number of
it-
them are being killed.
it is
If
a
3 of them
huge
got
proportion
shot.
of them.
If 3 of them got killed, a huge percentage.
Well, but then the other thing is that they're not counting Latinos as Native Americans.
because they're not,
and-
they're Chinese, and so are the Native Americans.
Well,
we
yeah,
went
but
through
you
that.
know they're
But that all
not. But
aside,
still,
But all of it, though, even with the Latinos, it's so small. But it's not based on the total percentage. And I was so shocked to find out that we're like a 60% white country in this day and age.
well, we're California, but
But right, but
I
in this
mean-
day and age, it throws me off. The thing is, everything's going away. Like you've noticed that day. Within, on the threads.
Yeah, a lot of stuff is.
So Dave
It's
didn't
pretty
really
crazy,
pre-think
like-
this. You didn't pre-think this thought, did you? You got to jump in, man. Dave's 100 fucking miles an hour off the air.
I know.
He gets the goddamn-
Now-
as soon as he sits down, he's the quietest goddamn one. No, here's the thing. Here's the most.
But no, a
beautiful
lot of
thing,
stuff
yeah.
is switching around. Things are changing. You
Oh.
have the threads, and there's a lot of stuff popping on the threads now. That's okay. You got people more going into the Bernie situation. It's
Yeah.
like
Well, yesterday,
different things
yeah.
are occurring, and then everything switches out. Like first, we had the shootings. All of a sudden, next thing you know, oh, Pokemon Go. It's like, okay, we forgot about these shootings. Everybody's on Pokemon Go now. Like, what's going on? Then it's like, oh, Bernie is endorsing Hillary now.
Duh.
It's just like a lot of stuff is like
Well, I
thrown
mean,
in there to kind of
yeah.
throw us off of the whole issue of police killing people.
Well, not only that, like I have friends that were posting memes, like white people
Memes?
did this, memes. I always say it wrong, memes, whatever they
Usually
are.
you say it
Yeah.
right. We all say it wrong.
There, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They're but memes, whatever. And so they were posting all these hardcore political memes, these fuck white people memes, these pro like let's pick up things, let's do better, let's look what we've done, da 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 da. And those same people today are posting, this is what my face looks like when the bitch didn't fucking pick up her part of the check. What the same people are posting shit about, like, they're doing dick pics, they're posting food, they're doing the same goddamn thing they did 4 days ago or 5 days ago.
Before everything happened.
Before it all happened. But for those 2 or 3 days, everyone had a different Facebook thing and a post, and everyone was angry and hardcore. And it's a couple days later, and neither of those 2 dudes have been brought back to life, where it should just be like, oh, whoa, fuck yeah, that's cool. Like, you brought them back. We're good. Everyone calm down. They're alive again.
Well,
They're still dead.
it's great. Like I listened to one of my old podcasts.
It's like it's
m-
trending.
from
and they jump
when
onto it.
when Ferguson was happening, and on the Ferguson podcast that I did, I was inspired to talk about a guy named Irvin Landrum Jr. And no one knows who Irvin Landrum Jr. is, but he's the guy who got killed by the cops like a couple blocks from my mother's house in nice Claremont. And the gun that was found on him happened to be registered to the wife of the cops, the mistress's husband of one of the cops, and people parked out in front of beautiful little sunny Claremont, California's city hall for like a year and a half, and nothing ever came of it. Both those cops are still working, and that was 18 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so when's shit gonna change? Nothing's gonna change, because until we realize we have serious action, when something like Dallas happens and you let them say, "Oh, what a tragedy." No, fuck that tragedy. It's exactly what needs to happen, because the cops need to be fucking scared and put in line.
That's a tragedy when mothers and fathers, in this case fathers, brothers, things like that, are killed innocently, like wrongfully. When
But
they're-
are they
when-
really
wait,
innocent?
Because they
yeah,
weren't the ones
when
who
the blood
actually
is
did.
not on their hands.
Yeah.
Because Johnny, if we look at that, and again, the only, and me and Dave were discussing earlier, is every goddamn race, every person connected to someone's got some blood on their hand. Even the Jews got Palestinian blood on their hands.
I don't agree with that,
But we all have blood on our hands. At the same time, none of us are responsible for the blood on the hands of our ancestors. And so until we move forward from there, until that ends, and this is the thing is, I would have been all for. You know what I will tell you right now, you fucking bunch of coward pieces of shit? George Zimmerman is still walking around. You killed 5 hard-working people. George Zimmerman still walks. You could have killed him.
Actually,
If you'd have found the 2 cops who killed the person and then the other cop and killed them, I'm going to cheer for you.
well, one of the cops who did get shot, and maybe this is just statistics, but out of the 5 who got shot, one of them was a dirty cop from L.A. who had moved to Texas,
Wait,
so
why
he
do you
wouldn't
think he
have
was
to
dirty?
deal
He
with.
wasn't dirty.
No, he was dirty.
Yeah.
He had multiple police brutality things. Had to move out of California. Basically, was asked to step down from his department here. Moved all the way to
Makes you wonder,
Texas
was he really
to
the
be.
target and the other guys
So,
just caught
well,
the-
no,
wait,
I
no,
think it's
no.
just
Wait,
pure
wait.
statistics. Like one out of
Because
every
where does your
5
fact
cops.
come from? Because in my understanding,
I
in my understanding, hold on one second. Sorry.
yeah.
In my understanding, this is a guy who moved to Dallas simply because the money and the housing. And from because I was looking at the guy because he was an LA sheriff. And
Yeah.
I thought, I might know him, just from being around here and getting in trouble. No, you know what I'm saying? Like I thought, I might know him. But yeah, just so you know, the facts I found out was they moved to Texas. His wife's a detective in Texas. They both work there, and it's way cheaper to live, so they live a lot better there than they were here. I mean, of course, you'll die
You can go to Vegas
if you
of
go to
course, but-
Dallas. But my point being though is, this is the bullshit with this country. This is why it's all fake. This is why. Well, our next point of reference is the Dallas shooter.
You mean was it on the hill or was it in
Yeah.
the book
It
depository?
was they figured everything out, and it turns out the shooter
Yeah.
is the same shooter that killed Kennedy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the exact same shooter.
That's
which
good.
is
We can blame it on Black
not
America.
real.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
which is
another
not
thing we
real.
can blame on Black America. That's good.
No. The real shooter.
Oh.
Yeah, the guy there is just like what's
So
his
it's
name?
the smoking man.
Yeah, the
who
guy there is
actually
just
shot
like
him.
what was the guy's name who shot Kennedy?
Whatever. is
Oswald?
it?
Oswald.
Yeah.
Thank you. So Oswald, this is it.
Patton Oswald's
this
a
black dude
horrible
was just
guy.
this black dude was just Oswald
Lee Harvey
again.
Oswald.
Yeah,
Oh.
Lee Harvey Oswald. This black dude was just Lee Harvey again, and it turns out it's the same exact shooter that killed Kennedy. They've kept him frozen. But here's the thing: is simply because this is what it took. Now watch, guys cruising around with a ton of guns.
Yeah.
He's ready to raise havoc.
I mean, it's Texas.
Just regular
It
old-fashioned
is Texas,
havoc.
though.
It is
But he was
Texas.
going to come out of his car, guns a-blazing, taking out who he can,
Yeah.
right? But wait, the parade changes route all of a sudden. Unexpectedly, decides that they have to do this other route. Where, just lucky enough for Killer Dude to get up into a second-story structure
Yeah.
and have perfect aim at the crowd.
Within
The
only
luck.
in-
Fuck doing that. Play the
and it was
lotto.
like a 30s HK.
Play the
too.
lotto. Yeah, but play the
Right.
lotto. If you're that lucky that the parade alters routes and you can now nail that many more people, and it worked out perfect for you, and you found the building to get into in time, because this is timing.
That's true.
Yeah.
But have you ever been to a street protest, like a massive street protest? So because I was thinking about
That it's filled
back-
with rich people who don't care.
Well,
yet.
that's totally true. But back in Ferguson, when they were protesting in Los Angeles, one of the things that tripped me out was that for 3 days straight, they had helicopters over downtown so they could have surveillance of everyone.
Yeah.
And that way they knew how to organize, how to like spot anyone who was breaking off. Because back in the old days, pre 9/11, the old anarchists shit, good
Break off and
days.
cause problems.
We'd break off, cause problems. You do subterfuge, do all sorts of things, and
The top. Sorry, go on.
no. It's thank you for the fan because we're dying here, but it's only 4,000 degrees in the basement here in Saudi Arabia.
Go, keep going. Keep going. Yeah, there you go.
Actually, we're in Tel Aviv, people.
Oh my God.
Tel
This is
Aviv.
literally, this is a dungeon.
Yeah,
I mean, but
in Tel Aviv. It's so
Yeah,
much
so
Tel
you
Aviv.
got it.
There's
You're
like a
good.
Palestinian
Go
being
on.
killed right behind us.
okay, no, you don't. Oh yeah, that'll work. Oh, you can
Yeah.
lift it there.
Oh no, that's good.
Yeah, lift up the back piece. This is just, guys, real quick. We're doing a tutorial on how to fucking adjust a fan.
Yeah.
Lift
Yep.
up that piece, and then turn it
Oh.
back toward us. A little more. Right. You getting that, Johnny? There we go.
I'm good.
Okay,
Yeah.
we have air conditioning. Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Awesome.
gorgeous.
Okay, I like that.
By
I
air
like
conditioning means a fan.
Okay, so it's air conditioning.
Okay. Okay.
Air conditioning.
Okay,
You can be
it's
sweating like you took a
conditioning the air
Molly.
to go this way. So, go on. You were saying.
No, I'm just saying. I think that they've learned. Like I flashed back to 2000 when I saw 10,000 LAPD. Just in a coordinated strike against the free speech because it was free speech back then. We were just simply they had set up chain link fences everywhere, a whole perimeter of where they were going to allow you to express your free speech. And then they were all in their body armor, all ready to go, waiting for that call that Al Gore was going to come to the convention. And that's when Al Gore showed up. That's about 20 minutes before that is when they declared unlawful assembly and started, getting everyone the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
But 10,000, literally 10,000 LAPD, like every single LAPD plus some
soldiers.
from Orange County, whatever,
Yeah.
militarized like all hell, just ready, doing like and I'll never forget, like you would see them in formation where they were four deep, shoulder to shoulder. And one would break off from the left side, go to the next group, and they were doing non-radio communication that way.
Well,
Total
yeah.
military tactics.
But it's been going on forever. I mean, hell, years and years and years. Yeah, going way back to like the 40s, 50s, whatever. Pennsylvania. They did a strike on a black village, basically, and firebombed fucking houses, shooting at people trying to get out and made them burn alive and killed most of the people
Hey.
there. Just 'cause. And the police have been doing that forever. What I'm
the
saying is...
Ludlow
yeah.
Massacre was 1913.
I mean, Ruby
and
Ridge.
Ludlow Massacre was
Ridge? Huh? Ruby Ridge?
1913. Ruby Ridge.
Yeah.
But
Ruby Ridge.
Ludlow Massacre was 1913. Striking protesters were shot down by the police in an armored car with a machine gun, where they would just drive by the strike zone with a machine gun and shoot at them. And that was because back then, at least the strikers in the Ludlow Massacre had guns and fought back. Like they actually fought for their freedom.
Well, yeah, but it's such a difference in guns. I mean,
Well,
and
yeah, but
ability.
still.
Yeah.
But it
You have a handgun. They have like something that's gonna
you're
take
throwing
out a whole
rocks
block.
at the
Yeah.
Israeli
You
army,
had rifles
yeah.
back then. It wasn't that much of a difference back then. You
Well,
had
yeah, but a lot of those people in that
22.
protest weren't
They maybe
that
had
armed.
a M1. Maybe.
That's a big difference.
It's a big difference.
Yeah. But so the point being, Dave keeps seeing girls out the window. He's such a horny fuck.
Me
And,
too.
But so okay. So the main thing is though is it's an ADD nation. We remember things for 5 seconds. Sandra Bland.
Sandra Bland.
Sandra Bland.
Say her name.
It's forgotten. And I say her name often and I say it wrong every time, and then someone corrects me. But Sandra Bland, nobody still has really kind of dealt with all that. All this different shit that goes on. The girl in Malibu who disappeared she was taken into jail by the cops, then she fucking comes back, then she's missing, then all this shit, and there's all this, crazy crap behind it. And the problem is that nobody fucking follows it. Nobody, and unless anyone cares, unless it catches great video like these did where we got to see live shootings,
Yeah.
that'll get you 4 days of caring. And now nobody cares again, so to speak. We've all gone back to our bullshit. And,
True.
yeah, it's a problem. In
And
this
really,
nation.
really wasn't the whole
So if
thing.
you're really focused on something, focus on it. Don't just turn away from it really quick.
Yeah, but
It's like, oh, that's trending now. Let me go on this now. Oh,
No, this isn't solved. This
Yeah,
is not
it's not
solved.
solved.
Nothing's
It's-
solved. Nothing's changed. The fact is, and this is what people don't understand about the whole thing, is it's simply like this. If you're poor in this country, you're going to be treated like shit. You're going to be stereotyped. You're going to be profiled. You're going to get all that. If you're black with money, You're going to get treated just like poor people. And that's the thing. That's the difference about being black in this country, is even if you've made it, you ain't made it. You better be recognizable. You better be Jordan. You better be, somebody that
OJ.
the cop that can recognize.
Oprah Winfrey.
Someone they're going to be enthralled with, fucking all the way down Spike Lee, whoever. They're going to be excited. No,
You think Spike Lee's works? Because I think
Yeah.
Spike Lee's works opposite.
No,
I think
no, I'll tell you though.
they
like-
see Spike Lee,
no,
they want to
I'm gonna
beat
tell you
the
right
shit
now,
out of him.
No, they'll see Spike Lee and they'll be excited to see him and meet him and everything else, and they'll be enthralled with him because he's famous. And they're not going to fuck with him. But you know what? If they don't know it's Spike Lee, they're going to pull him over for being black in a Mercedes.
Yeah.
And so if they know it's Spike Lee, they run the plate and everything, and they can see it's Spike Lee, well, they're going to let it all go. That's the difference. If you're black in this nation, rich or poor, if you're not famously recognizable or have power, you're fucked. You could be a doctor. You could be going home from saving a white life.
Well, I don't even think
and
it's
get
it's
thrown out your car.
I don't even think it's so much poor as much as I think it's as long as you're not part of the 2%. As long as you are somewhere within those cops' pay range, as long as you don't make like 10 to 100 times more than them, they're going to consider you, they know they can get away with killing you, regardless of your color.
Johnny likes to believe that because he grew up in Claremont.
I-
and it makes
I
him feel
still
more
like to
rebellious.
believe-
No, it makes him feel a part of it, and that's cute. Here's the thing: no, if you're poor in a poor ass neighborhood, you're gonna get treated like shit all the time. If you're poor and you go into a neighborhood you don't belong in, you're gonna get treated like shit, and that's the thing. There's the kids in the neighborhood that they harass in Woodland Hills.
Yeah.
The skater punks and this and that, and they'll harass them and chase them and give them tickets. They will pull me out of my car, slam me on the ground, and search it for meth, and I'm just coming home from a teaching job.
Yeah.
They will take a lawyer who's black, a doctor, or anything like that, and they will slam them down, have guns on them, and everything else because of that. And that's where it differs. It's how you get treated. You young fucking punks, and I'm going to tell your mom, or, you're getting a ticket. Or you're getting slammed on the ground, searched, everything else, illegally searched because they think they can. I mean, like, I throw cops off all the time because I know my rights.
Yeah.
And it fucks them up. And if you know your rights, but a lot of these young black men that are getting pulled over in bad neighborhoods don't know their rights.
But you don't really have a right because they all they have to do
They're trying
still.
to say reasonable cause.
Well, the reasonable.
trying to pull
Remember,
that on you.
reasonable cause is simply
Because you're black.
Well, no, but
That's their
but-
reasonable
True.
cause.
But the Supreme Court recently upheld the fact that reasonable cause can be something like a taillight being out, even if it's proven to not be out.
Screeching. They heard screeching is reasonable cause.
Yeah, or my favorite is we thought we smelled marijuana, and you cannot disprove the fact that a cop thought he smelled marijuana. He can be wrong, and that's still reasonable
wrong.
cause.
But in the
So
process,
as long
they
as a
found
good
gun.
cop, if a cop is trained to say, "I thought I smelled marijuana" on their report, everything's legit and they're fine. Because the actual standard that we raise
a lie.
cops with,
Yeah.
well, the standard, the constitutional standard for cops to get busted for killing someone or beating someone is that they had to have intent to deprive you of your civil rights.
Yes.
And that's where it's come on, intent to deprive you of your civil rights. Not, oh yeah, we saw him kill that guy right on video, and if it was, and I was actually comparing.
Oh, he's got a gun. They
Well,
said that.
Yeah,
Just to-
well, they said that after they shot him twice.
Pretty much.
They were a little late on that. They were
Yeah.
supposed to say that 2 shots before, so that they could legally, because technically they might be in trouble because they said he's got a
Everything was
gun.
wrong with it. Yeah.
Two shots
Everything.
later.
Worse
But-
was the.
What the fuck?
I know. I gotta turn off my phone.
My
This-
God. No, but I was watching some YouTube videos to compare the action from Baton Rouge and with the skinheads in Russia. How the skinheads in Russia, and it's actually the way they attacked him in Baton Rouge is exactly how Russian skinheads attack innocent people on the street. And if you like YouTube, like Russian skinheads
Well, yeah.
beat down, like there's a 1,000 videos of Russian skinheads beating people down in the exact same way, except the only difference is the Russians don't actually shoot them after they beat them down. it's just like the Alton Sterling tape until the point where they shoot him.
Yeah.
Because the Russian neo-Nazis,
And if you
they don't
watch, his
actually
arm was
shoot
pinned
him.
down. One
Yeah.
arm was pinned down, the other one was pinned down too.
Yeah.
One with the guy's knee was on the other arm, the one that you can't see too much in the camera.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, bro.
One second. Wait, who's this?
This is a caller, man. I want to feed into what's going on right now.
Oh shit. Okay, I got. Now here's the problem.
He's
we
calling
don't have
from
our-
work, huh?
We don't have our phone set up. However,
I know.
what's up, fucker? How you doing?
He's calling from work.
It's gotta be a caller, man. It's all good, dude. I'm watching it live right now.
Yeah, well, okay. So now then you notice that we have you on the mic. Can you hear yourself?
Yeah, a little bit, I guess.
Okay. So you're at work right now?
Sweet.
Okay.
How are the
Oh, yeah.
hospital babes? How
Hello?
are the hospital babes?
I'm on break.
Yeah, but how are the hospital babes?
Are you fucking anyone on break?
No, definitely not. Definitely
That's
not.
all Johnny wants to know.
Oh, no, not at all.
Oh yeah, if I worked in a call place and I fucking was single, I'd be banging every girl and guy in there. Well, I mean, because after a while, I'd have gone through all the girls, and then you get bored.
Yeah.
It happened to David Bowie. It happened to Bowie and Stewart. And all that. You're like, oh no, I don't want pussy again. No, what's that? Is that a dick? Oh, I'll try it.
Hey, it's John Lennon's
Fuck it.
dick.
I mean,
Okay.
fuck it. It's a dick. It's different. I've had so much pussy. Unless there's a new pussy out there, I need something new. And they tried asshole, and and then they got into dick. It's how it goes. All I'm saying, Rolando, is start fucking some girls, or you're gonna be into dick.
I'm basically, my dick might even fall off, this year.
Yeah,
Just letting
yeah.
you know.
You better use
Good.
it, man. Make sure
Use
you
it.
use it. Someone said that. You gotta use it all the time, or it doesn't
Yeah,
work.
I use it a lot, actually, too much.
Yeah, your hand will just crush it, though.
Yeah. Now I know why he has such a strong handshake.
Dad has AIDS.
Anyway, hey, so we'll be back next week in the normal place, and then we'll be able to do callers. We got the number and everything.
Cool, man. No, I just wanted to get in on what you guys were saying, man. I mean, I've been messed with by the cops too, but I think because of the way I look, because I have been pulled over, by the way, but because of the way I look, and I can kind of charm myself out of it sometimes. So sometimes, you know what I mean? Just
But
the
you
way
look like a terrorist.
Protect yourself, just the way you talk, you can get away with some things.
Well, and that's kind of like the point is that these cops are actually supposed to be a little bit better. Like, why do we expect better service from the guys at McDonald's? Because you can be an asshole to the people at McDonald's and still get a burger, but you can't be an asshole to the cops without getting a beat down. And
True.
that's
Well, their job is to protect and serve, and they're just right now they're arresting and beating and killing
and harvesting dollars.
Yeah, it's
you know.
protect and serve, and they're not protecting us, and they're not serving us.
But-
They're killing people they want to kill.
Well, Philandro, the guy in Minneapolis, Philandro, right? It came out they came out that he had been pulled over 75 times.
Oh, so many bullshit stories.
75
That was a bullshit
times. Well,
story.
no, but I agree. I mean, it's like absolutely
You guys go, but it was nice calling in, man. It's awesome, man. I love your show.
Rolando.
Orlando.
Yeah.
brother. We will.
Okay. Yeah, but that's the thing is that it officially came out. It's like, oh yeah, he came out. He had been pulled over 75 times for bullshit.
And never got a ticket.
And
for it.
well,
So
no,
come
he
on.
got little tickets. Like he got a fix-it ticket for a headlight. He got a fix-it ticket for. My favorite is the license plate light. That's because I've gotten that ticket. Oh yeah, that's a great one. They're like, and it's like,
But he had a permit to carry, so the guy couldn't have felonies. They had to have looked him up. His plate would come back. If it came back with his name, it would also say permit to carry. That's how it works there.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of bullshit. I mean, the guy got murdered. There's nothing. That's why they're blowing that away, because the guy was just murdered. There's nothing. He didn't do anything. It could all be a setup. I believe it is a setup to create race wars. It's insane, But I mean, you look. Bernie Sanders coming out for Hillary.
Yeah.
All this
That's a little
bullshit's going
crazy.
on now, and we're gonna get Hillary. Nothing's gonna change, and we're gonna get Trump, and either everything's gonna go crazy or nothing's gonna change.
It'll be the purge all over.
Mr. Berger, I got a question for you because I really don't understand how we're supposed to. I'm totally cynical. I've been there. I rioted against these fucks 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And the same shit was happening then. And then my parents rioted against the fucks 40 years ago.
In Claremont.
No,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
in Claremont.
But that was actually, it was Riverside. But
They rioted, but it was on a boat.
yeah, it was a lot.
It was on the lake.
A lot further back. But I mean, it's been going on forever. It's been in the public
doesn't
eye
change.
forever, and it doesn't change.
Because
I
we
mean,
don't change our political system because we still have a president, which is ridiculous. It's a joke. It's a fake king, or right now it's a fake king. It might be a fake queen. It's bullshit. It's a lie. The presidency is bullshit and a lie. Mark Twain said it best. If the vote mattered, they wouldn't let us have it.
Yeah.
And that's that simple. It's a great quote, and I probably misquoted it, but I mean that's the simple thing. If it really mattered our vote, we wouldn't get to.
Well, I read a great quote, which was that both parties have been so successful in building a government that works without democracy.
Yes.
That they forgot
Oh,
about democracy, like in the Brexit thing.
Yeah.
That was a quote that was attributed to that because they have the elitist governments have done such a good job of building a government that works without our vote.
For
that
the
they
elitists.
forgot
Only
that,
for
yeah,
the
for
elitists.
the elitists. It works for them so well that they forgot that, oh shit, like people can actually vote and they can actually do something, like we'll be bound to their vote occasionally, like with Brexit.
Well, with Brexit, that's the thing, though. It's also this, is it became so elitist, and these people went, nah, fuck you, we're not doing this. And so then the thing goes, okay, so they're like, fuck you, we ain't going to do this. We're going to bail on this bullshit, and we're not going to be responsible for all this crap. We're going to be responsible for our own country, and we're going to get our own money, and this and that. And here's the thing, though. Normal problem is, in many countries like this one, it only benefits that tiny little fucking 55% of all people.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's what people don't get. There's no 1%. There's like 55, 60% that are all benefiting from what the 1% is creating and doing. They benefit less and less as it goes down, but they benefit. Go on.
But they do, and you're right,
But
because
they benefit.
there
and so they
are
don't wanna fight it.
like with our healthcare system in America, there are literally millions and millions of people whose jobs should be eliminated.
Yeah.
Who work in medical billing,
90% of
who
Congress.
make 70%. But I mean, like just average
Well, don't
working
do that to
drones.
Rolando.
I'm just saying they work in. I know it's true, and it's hard because these are normal people. These are people who you like. These are people who have a good living, single mothers. But
But they need the jobs so they
they're-
can get insurance.
they need the job so they can get insurance, and they need
It's like working for UPS.
Oh.
The insurance.
Well,
little.
I mean, they do. There are these jobs because these people need insurance. Because these people need insurance, and it's not free. There are these jobs.
Yeah.
So you have to have someone to go after these people and bill them and let them know and remind them they owe money.
You gotta have 10 people bill
And the
you.
people do these jobs simply because they need insurance. So they got to make money to be able to pay for their insurance. So their job is making sure everyone else pays so they can make money to pay insurance. And it's a big revolving
like a
bullshit
circle.
circle.
And by the
that-
way,
yeah.
can I make an anecdote?
where we can all have insurance.
I want to. Yeah, we absolutely could. I have an anecdote about a horrible waste of human life. No, but there was someone, a comedian I know, or someone I know, who was bragging about how over the last 10 years he had been in the hospital 75 times.
Wow.
And he was lucky that he had insurance.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, actually, we're all unlucky
Not
you
so.
have
Yeah.
insurance. Because you've just cost, like, because of your bad health and because of your conscious
The
choices,
rest of us for it.
they're going to come after
Yeah.
the rest of us and keep your worthless shit alive. 75 fucking hospital visits, like ER visits over 10 years.
Yeah.
And yet they didn't require you to change. You're still allowed to eat cheeseburgers.
Yep.
You're still allowed. But yet there's 1 million people in jail in this country.
Well,
For marijuana.
But let's do this. Liposuction, all these things, insurances will pay for them. Medi-Cal will pay for them if they can just show how they're a necessity. Well, yeah, of course it's a necessity to lose weight. It doesn't mean that people have to pay for you to get it done the easy way. Go walk, go run, go stop eating so much fat ass. I mean, it's that simple. You know, put the fucking, like you said, put the cheeseburger down,
Yeah.
you fat fucking pig. God damn it. And we're paying for that. And I'm a smoker, you're a smoker, and we're paying for that shit. And you know what? No.
I'm a heavy drinker.
It needs to be cut out. Yeah, you get liver cancer. You don't get a liver transplant. Fuck eye, you ruined it. You get lung cancer. You don't get a lung. You move
Yeah.
on. You made your choices. You know what I'm saying, though? And so you're right, though. The system's abused. At the same time, it should be free. It should be free for everyone. And
Well,
it's
it
not.
absolutely-
It's free.
Well, no, and it absolutely could be free. No problem. It could be free in this country, but that's the thing is that they've created such a class that that is reliant. There's so many. I mean, it's a $1 billion industry within the medical industry
like
of just
millionaires.
billing people.
Yeah.
Like there is literally billions and billions of dollars spent every year. There's a $1 billion industry to train people to fill out that fucking paperwork. Which, first of all, how fucking dumb are you? You need to go to school to fill out a page, right? Like you need to go to 2 years of school to learn how to fill out a form.
Well, yeah.
What,
Well,
what the
that's thing.
fuck is wrong?
That's
Well,
the
that's
problem.
America. But
That's
then
the
the other
problem.
thing is that, yeah, there's a $1 billion industry
Well,
just to train people for this multi-billion-dollar industry that doesn't even need to exist.
You were talking about marijuana.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a huge push to keep it illegal or to make it illegal again and keep it illegal. And where it's coming from?
Private
the pill
industries.
companies. The pill companies.
And private
You know
prisons.
why, though?
And
well,
private
yeah,
prisons.
that too.
They're
But
losing money.
they're less worried about that because they'll fill up with crack and meth and everything else. But the pill industries, the
Yeah.
pharmaceutical industry is pushing so hard because people who are smoking marijuana are getting far less prescription pills.
Yeah.
It has
Yeah.
dropped their industry by 10, 15%, which is a huge hit, which is billions of dollars, and it's a huge hit to them, and they want to change, and so they're fighting heavy to
Yeah.
get rid of
They're gonna
marijuana.
put all their money into
Oh
that,
yeah,
too,
yeah.
to make
I
sure.
mean,
Well, it's like
but
what-
that's the thing.
They want, at bare minimum for generic psych meds for me, like they want $220
Yeah.
a month.
Yes.
Right? For
And
bare
Johnny's a
minimum psych
psycho.
meds.
He needs them.
Yeah,
well,
you do.
no, I'm depressed. That's the thing.
About being a psycho.
Yeah, absolutely.
It really bumps
What
me
was
out.
that earlier? You
but
fuck
it's
sisters
but
and
there's
little
there's like that's $220 a month for something that's not nearly as fun as or as
He said fun,
effective
He said fun.
Fine.
as
That's weed, yeah.
$220 a month worth of weed.
Yeah.
Like which is more effective, less harmful, not even
Yeah.
harmful for my body, actually good, helps to undo some of the horrible cigarette smoke and that.
Oh, and we could be letting these people
And-
get it free.
And
and
we let
paying
people
less,
get the
'cause you might
drugs
not need
that
220.
yeah, you
You
get
might
to
not
pay
even need the full
less.
220.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not even that. Even if you're getting them free, what about marijuana being a better source, a better option, and yet people aren't? They're trying to keep people away from it because it's like turmeric.
Yeah.
Turmeric cures so
Yeah.
many fucking things, but people aren't doing
It's
it.
expensive.
It's not even expensive. You can get it in powdered form. The
Yeah.
real turmeric is expensive. In
It's
powdered
not
form,
even
though,
that
in
expensive.
powdered
It's
form,
like-
though, it's not that expensive.
You get
Yeah.
turmeric at the
You're talking about
hippie-
the powder.
No, no, no.
the
Fresh
turmeric.
turmeric.
Where?
Fresh.
Well,
Where?
if
Let's tell people.
okay, if you're outside of a major metropolitan city, you suck and you don't get it.
Yeah.
But
But
if,
if you're in it,
you're
we're
in
here.
LA,
Where's the place here? Where's
in
the
LA,
place
you
in
go to the
LA?
Asian market, man. They
Yeah,
got
I
it
know.
cheaper
How
than
cheap,
shit.
though? How cheap?
Like $4 or $5 a pound.
That's what it is.
What?
That's a lot.
That's not
That's
a
a
lot.
lot.
$4 or $5 a pound
When
for
you
turmeric.
you can't use the whole root. A lot of what you're paying for is dead weight.
I thought you
Yeah.
just cold pressed it and
I guess you can cold press.
you're
still gotta
supposed to
peel it.
cold press
Still
the
gotta
juice.
peel it though.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
just like ginger. You
But when
peel
you-
it with the
ginger
back.
too. Ginger's
One of
really
the things that
expensive.
you let me give everyone
Ginger's
a little
also a
cooking
good cure.
tip. Don't peel ginger with a peeler. Peel it with the back of a spoon.
Well, you know what this
That's
watch
actually
is?
that's a cooking trick from my years in.
Well,
hell.
watch this. Is simply this. Like you can't ginger and that shit's all expensive. Yet I can get a fucking ginger ale with no ginger in it, cheap, and I think it's helping
like
me.
75
It makes my
cents.
stomach feel a little better because of the bubbles, but not. It doesn't really make my stomach better.
Yeah.
And like ginger does. And that's kind of the thing. So we've hit a point in this nation, in this world where, yeah, they would rather people are just dying from bad medication. They'd rather that we find out that, oh, my balls are going to fall off, my mouth's going to drop, but my hay fever's gone. I'm going to sue the company. Great, but I'm dead, so my grandkids get to sue the company. Now, that company's made so much money. The interest alone off the money they've made covers whatever I
Yeah.
could sue them for more than. So, sorry. God damn it. Sorry, people keep doing this to me. I hate that.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
I should shut it off. I mean, that's pathetic.
We only
the
got a
wife
couple
agrees.
more minutes.
But yeah. And so, oh, okay.
We good?
Yeah. They're fine.
Okay.
Okay, so, one of the big things is simply that we've hit a point where we would rather make money than have people be healthy. And
It's true.
in other countries, other than their shit areas, and things like that. They would rather they kind of have regular medicines that are natural, and they take all this, and they're not sick like us, and
Sure,
and they're
I
not
started
weak.
Taking a lot of stuff like there were some things I found like African roots, things like
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking I haven't been sick in so long. It's not even funny.
Well, they don't want people getting big. Like, that's the thing. Natural stuff, natural foods and stuff create big people, muscular people. The junk food, the shit like that creates fat people, slow people, lazy people, dead
Yeah,
people.
calories with no nutritional value. Lots of calories, no nutritional value.
Hooked on flaming hot Cheetos.
Cheetos,
like crack.
exactly, man.
Flaming hot crack. It's flaming hot crack.
They're fucking good,
Yeah.
but
Very addicting, and
yeah.
they're so bad for you, and they burn your insides, and they stick to your insides.
make your asshole burn.
They do
if
so
you
many
eat
bad
too
things for
many.
you. They cause ulcers. It's endless cancers. And yet there they are at fucking 40 cents a bag, 50 cents a bag. You can eat them all day. And they'll fill you up, but you're going to die at 40.
Yeah,
That's how it
And they
is.
need you gone.
yeah.
They need you gone. Rich people aren't generally eating like that.
Yeah, they're at the Whole Foods markets all day.
That's the thing. I am too, but I'm sampling all day. All day.
Let's go to
Catch
Trader
me at
Joe's.
Sephora. Catch
That's
me
how
at
I do it.
Sephora. Wearing your fucking hair products, bitch. Sephora rules. I love them. I love that they let people sample. It's a great store. The people who shop there got a lot of goddamn money. And I'm wearing the same shit they are for free. I just got to go
Well,
buy
I don't
every
even
day.
think it's that they have a lot of goddamn money. I think it's that we've just got misplaced priorities
Wait,
within
well, there
our
are. You're right. There's people who are
there's
spending their checks there.
people.
Sure.
Yeah, there's girls out there who are putting leveraging out their credit cards to buy $200.
purses or whatever
Well,
it
no,
is, yeah.
$200 worth of fucking lipstick, man.
Oh, I'm telling you, some of those face
$200
creams that I
worth of
put on
lipstick.
are $160, $170 for
Yeah.
a bottle this big of face cream. This big of face
Seriously,
cream.
$2
Yeah.
worth of chemicals.
Yeah. Just I'll come over, I'll jizz on your face. Same fucking end result.
Yeah,
Like, I
I'm
will I will
down. We'll
shoot
all
load,
come over,
we'll shoot
or you
load.
could come to the
Ladies,
burger show
Ladies,
next week.
we're going to do this. We're going to have a burger show where we do facials a different way.
Yeah,
Yeah, we do old style facials where we just all shoot load on you. You rub it in. You sit here for like an hour or so. You let it dry up like a mask. And then they go and wash it off, and you see how radiant they look.
yeah.
And
You
then there
can
you go. And
Catch
that'll be
that
the new
next
thing.
week on
Yeah.
Pornhub.com
Next week
/
on
I'm Burger Podcast.
we're going to probably be jizzing on people's faces.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want a good complexion, if you want your skin to glow, sign up, and we're going to probably pick, say, the
What's
first.
our phone number?
Oh, shoot, I have it. Hold on, I got this. 'Cause
We
this
should
is-
know the
next
phone
week we're
number,
gonna have
'cause-
Next week we're going to be
Because
taking
if you're
calls.
interested, call
Next week
in.
we'll
If
be
you have
taking
any
calls, yeah.
questions or comments, call in. Leave a message for us, and maybe
213.
we'll
Yeah.
play it on the air.
213-255-5427.
Yeah,
Again, area code 213-255-5427.
That's right.
And call in. Write the number down. Start calling in next week. We'll be taking calls.
Or
but
call
yeah.
in, leave a message. Maybe we'll play it on the air,
Yeah. Oh, that's
and we'll
a good
make
idea,
fun
yeah.
of you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll shit all over you.
so
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah, but now if you are interested in the jizz on your face facial,
You can just call me.
Yeah, go ahead and leave a message, and we're gonna probably take the first maybe 5 to 10 people. It's
Yeah.
gonna be there's gonna be an avalanche of calls.
And my balls are
Um,
pretty dry, so
Well,
I
I mean,
don't know
this
how
is the
much
thing.
I can.
I'm 46 years old. Look at my complexion. Look at
Yeah.
my skin. Do you know how amazing my jizz has got to be? Like, I mean, just that it inside my own body keeps me young looking and everything
yeah,
else.
yeah,
Dave's 57 years old.
yeah,
He will blast a load on you, have you looking 19.
yeah.
I'm just saying, Johnny's shit's gonna age you a little.
A little.
Like, yeah, Johnny's 19.
It's kind of sandy.
Yeah, Johnny's 19
know,
years old. His
Johnny's
comes
might have you
grainy.
looking like you
yeah.
took meth.
It's
for 10
a
years.
little sandy. let me just
Johnny
say.
actually comes tears.
Yeah,
He
white tears.
white tears.
Yeah.
Tears of sadness.
Yes.
I shoot out of his dick. Okay. But no, so here's the thing, world. Let's stop being such an ADD nation. Let's settle this one thing. Let's get to the bottom of the Dallas shooter being a fraud, if he is, if he isn't. Let's investigate everything. Let's really start fighting for real. Let's start really protesting any corporations and things like that until somebody does something about these 2 young men who were murdered. I don't care if one of them is a piece of shit.
Well, plus the 6 other ones who've been murdered since then.
Oh,
that
yeah,
haven't
yeah.
really
No,
been,
all of
you
them.
know.
But
Get
what I'm
the
saying
same
is
news
Yeah.
these two particular
response.
people, let's not get off this. Let's not let up on it. Let's continue fighting and screaming and yelling until something gets done. Let's stop shopping corporate. I've made a conscious choice myself to no longer shop corporate, other than, unfortunately, grocery, because there is
Exactly.
no...
I made my own alcohol
Yeah.
at home.
Yeah, there is no. There is no. That was funny.
The series was very
Which is
prison
against the
stylish,
law
yeah.
because
He made it in a
they
sock.
don't
It's
like
Bruno.
that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like what they do in jail. Let
But
it
no.
ferment, boom.
But the thing is,
Gotta
and
hear
and
that.
let's stay on this until something's done because, like I say, they can show me what a piece of shit that one Alton dude is, and blah blah blah. His kid's still with that his dad, and a kid would rather have a crappy dad than no dad. And he wasn't abusive to the kid; he was just shitty about paying support and put his dick where he probably didn't want to, and had this and that and
Poor.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? It does not constitute him being murdered. The other gentleman, there was no reason whatsoever. Neither gentleman was there any reason. The other gentleman, however, didn't have that same past and did have a right to carry and everything else, and he was murdered. They're framing some veteran for all these murders with their robot bomb.
Yeah.
Which is insane. Why the fuck would you? It doesn't matter if you don't think the guy's going to negotiate. You don't shoot him. He doesn't have a hostage. If he has no hostage, you never shoot. You do not shoot a person if they're not pointing a gun at you or they don't have a hostage. If they have a hostage and you think they're going to kill their hostage, you might take them out. But if there's nobody in danger, there's no reason to
But
even
you
kill a man
still
who killed
wouldn't
5
blow
cops.
him up with a bomb.
No,
Like,
you wouldn't blow him
uh,
up to the
Someone
point
kills an
where
officer,
nothing
they're gonna
in
take
there
him
could
out
ever
no
be
matter what.
seen.
They're gonna take
Yeah.
someone out. They kill an officer.
Well, yeah.
Even if
But
they
again,
hurt an officer,
right?
they're gonna
But
kill 'em.
that publicized. Unless that dude was gonna just come out with everything like I didn't fucking do anything, or this and that, you wouldn't kill this dude if he wasn't a threat with TV in there, everything. But they did.
Well,
they
they
blew this dude
would.
up.
The thing is, and that's the real thing.
would
I
'cause they
think that's the real message is that they would, and they do,
'Cause
and they
can.
will because they can, and they can get away with it.
That's true.
And they'll keep getting away with it as long as we allow them to get away with it.
That is so true, and until we change as a nation, like I say, stop being an IDD nation and start focusing on each thing that does matter until it's fixed. And there's enough of us that groups of us can each focus on different things to get things done for them. And as an entire group, we can make change. If they keep us separated, we won't make change. So if you want to put on your stupid memes, whatever the fuck they're called, and you want to change them every week, and you want to do that bullshit, well, it's great, and it doesn't hurt when you do put out the positive stuff and everything like that, but it doesn't mean shit either.
Yeah.
And so don't think you matter. You don't. Get out there and do things, and then post your memes and all that bullshit, and do all of it cool. But make sure you're also part of the cure and the change.
Yeah.
And so, guys, until next week, what do you got today? We got Karma. We're going down to Karma tonight.
Going on to Karma tonight.
I got Laugh Factory on Sunday.
Ooh.
I have Blue Lounge on Thursday. And tonight Karma, and I have something else I can't think of right now. Johnny, what do you got going
My
on?
only venue got shut down by
yeah.
Department of Building and Safety, so
FBI.
fuck them. And
Well, yeah, Johnny will just be at home.
yeah.
Guys, off
Guys,
Knuckle Children.
I'm Burger
That's right.
Podcast. Again, Talmo and Gonzo in La Jolla. Have a great time. I'm Burger Podcast. Remember to remember. Have a great night.